everyone, and welcome to Tai Chi. So this particular class is done standing. It's a 30-minute class. I just want to give a heads up to if anyone is new here, we will be standing. So if you need to sit, you can sit whenever you need to. That'll be no problem, and we don't use any equipment, just our bodies. Okay, so we're going to begin with a greeting, and the Tai Chi greeting is we come together in strength, friendship, and humility. So let's take some nice deep breaths and exhale. And this is called Paint the Lights. Let's take one more deep breath. And then we're going to move to Monkey Bear. Monkey Bear, we're taking our weight from one foot to the other foot. A lot of what makes Tai Chi so good for balance is weight shifting. So we start that in our warm-up as we take our body weight from side to side. And Tai Chi is a very slow, dance-like movement. So we do want to be very slow as we do it and very body aware. Let's add a little turn now as we come to each side. So turning from one side to the other. And now as we turn, we're going to add a little tap to our body. So tap each side. And in Tai Chi, we're bringing energy into our body. And we work up our body as we go from side to side. Each tap is just a little higher on our body. Now for our next tap, we're going to do our neck. We don't want to tap our neck, so we're going to gather the energy and bring it into our neck. And all these nice little squats are great for our leg strength. Tai Chi sneaks in a million different little squats to keep our legs strong. Now gather that energy, bring it to your brow. And we do each movement 3 times. And that's consistent in our warm-up. Now we gather our energy and bring it to the crown of our head. Next, we're going to hold our moon, and we're slowly making a circle, putting it out into the world, gathering energy. Each circle make just a little bit larger. And then when we have a nice big circle, we're going to reverse that and bring the energy into our body, again with a little squat. So gather that energy, bring it into your body. Nice little squat. And again, let's paint the lights. We can add our little squat now as we're painting the lights. And next, let's open the energy gates. Deep breath, arms are out to the side, our little squat. So we're continuing with our warm-up here. Next, we're going to open the door. So take your arm and your leg out to one side, and then the opposite side. Open the door. Next, this doesn't have a name. We just take it across our body. Our fist goes one way, the opposite way, and then we take it up. And then we do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Next, we're going to do our windmill. We start with our hands at heart center. We're bringing our arms up, down, we're bending forward like a great big windmill. Let's just do one more. This is great to warm up your back. The next one really calls on your balance. White crane spreads its wings. We bring up one leg and both hands, if you can, The higher you bring up your leg, the more challenging it is. So if it's hard, you can just bring it up just a little bit. That's okay. If it's easy for you, go up nice and high. The challenge here is to let it down slowly, and that's really hard. Okay. I also want to review our connecting movements. So we do push-pull. So we push and pull, little squat. Push, pull. Calming the waters of the heart. Open, close. And last, the letter U. We have our fingertips up. We go out and back, out, and then like you're going around the letter U 3 times. One more time. Okay, and then one more thing we want to review before we get into our movements, empty stepping. And again, empty stepping is something that's very important in Tai Chi, and it's one of the reasons why it's so good for our balance. So I'll mirror image you, and what we're going to do, we always begin stepping to the right. So when you're going to step to the right, put all of your weight on your left foot. The tricky part here is to pick up that right foot, put your heel down, don't put any weight on that. Now put your foot flat on the floor and then shift your weight. Now our weight's on our right foot. We're going to pick up our left foot. Heel down, no weight. Put your foot flat, shift your weight. Let's step back and practice that one more time. Okay, so we'll be stepping to the right. We're going to put all of our weight on our left foot. Right foot comes up, heel, toe. Now put the weight there. All the weight's on your right foot. Left heel comes up, heel, toe, and shift your weight. Okay, so let's stand up nice and straight and tall. We're going to paint the lights. Little squat. And now let's do our fingertips up, and we will do, you know what, I like to start with catching stars. We're going to put our palms facing up. So put all of your weight on your left foot. We're going to step out to the right. Right arm comes out and around. You're gathering stars and depositing that in your hand. 3 times. Then we'll come back to open, close. Again, our palms are up, weights on your right foot, step to the left, gather your stars. And come back to open, close. Next we'll do table, so it's like our hands are on a table. Weights on your left foot, we're stepping to the right, and we're taking our hands around that table. So we go 3 times around, shifting your weight. And again, we'll come back to open, close. And then we have our hands on the table, weights on your right foot, step to the left. The table. And let's do push-pull. Push and pull. Next we'll do drum. It's like our hands are on a big bass drum. Weights on your left foot. Stepping to the right, go around that big bass drum. 3 times around. Come back to push-pull. Drum on the other side, so weights on your right foot, step to the left, go around the drum. come back to open close. Next we're going to do part the mane. So we start with our hands as a fist, weights on your left foot, step to the right, left arm comes around and parts the mane 3 times. And we'll come back to open close. Back to our fists, weights on your right foot, step to the left, part the mane. And come back to open close. Now we're going to part the mane on the crazy horse. So it's the same movement, but we alternate from side to side. So start with your weight on your left foot, step to the right, part the mane, come right back, shift your weight, step to the left, part the mane. So 3 times to each side, shift your weight, then step and part the mane. Come back, shift your weight, step. One more time on each side, shift and step, shift and step. And let's come back to the letter U. Fingertips are up. We go out and back, out. Let's come back to push the wave and reverse. Again, your fingertips are up. Weights on your left foot, we're stepping to the right, and we're going to push that wave 3 times. On the 3rd time, when your elbows are back, we reverse. And let's come back to open close. Fingertips are up, weights on your right foot, step to the left and push the wave. And then on the 3rd time, we reverse. And let's come back to open close. And now let's pause and do the couple of little things we do for extra leg strength. And we'll start with standing at the edge of a cliff. So for that, you put your right foot on a 45-degree angle. With your right hand, pretend you're blocking the sun. Your left foot comes forward with just your toe touching. You can use your left hand to hold on or pretend it's resting on a column. And we just hold that and breathe. Make sure you're not holding your breath. And that's about 15. We're going to do that on the opposite side. So left foot's on a 45-degree angle. We're blocking the sun. Right foot is forward with your toe touching, hand holding on or resting on a column. Holding for 15 seconds as we continue to breathe. And that should be about 15. We're going to do that one more time on each side. So your right foot's on a 45-degree angle, right hand blocking the sun, left foot forward with your toe touching, left hand resting on a column, holding it and continuing to breathe. And that's about 15. Last time, left foot 45, block the sun, right foot toe touching, resting on a column. And that should be about it. Okay, this is another one that's great for strengthening your feet, and we call it rocking and bird flapping its wings. So what we're doing is we're going up on our toes, lifting both arms up to the ceiling, pausing, and coming down. So you want to do this slowly and controlled. Up, up, pause. So that's 3 times. Now bird flapping its wings out to the side, 3 times. Then we repeat. So 3 for our rocking, up, pause, and down. And then out to the side, bird flapping its wings. Okay, the next one we call puppet, and you do want to know where your chair is for this one. You might need to hold on, but again, make sure you're doing it as lightly as you can. Try to hold on with just like a finger or 2, something like that. For this one, we pretend that our knee and our hand have a short string. They're attached, so we're very slowly bringing them up. And if you need to go down and touch the ground, touch the ground. If you don't, bring it back. So 3 times, up and back if you can, and 1 more time, up, and then go ahead down. Then we're going to do that on the other side, so turn around so you've got something to hold on to if you need to. Then we're going to slowly go up, down to touch the ground, or back if you can, and 1 last time, and down. Okay, so we're going to do that on the other side. Doing that slowly really makes it challenging, so it's a real great exercise. So our hands attached with a string, we slowly bring it up, and then back or down, and down. Last time, other foot, so slowly up, down or back. Okay, next let's do our clouds. Okay, so with our cloud, we start with our right hand and we begin with the cloud floating across the sky. It comes down as rain. We push that water and it evaporates up. So we float, rain, push the water, evaporate. 1 more time. And now we bring our other hand up and we bring it the opposite way. Our float, rain, water, evaporate. Last time. And then we're going to get tricky and we're going to have both. Okay? So on one hand we're floating, on the other one we're pushing the water, and then we change. And down. Let's paint the lights. Nice deep breath. Our next movement we'll say is daughter on top of a mountain. We start with our hands at heart center. Put your weight on your left foot so you can step with your right, arms come around, and then we step back. And then we shift to the other one. So our weight's on our right foot, we're stepping to the left and coming back. So 3 times on each side. Shift your weight, then step. Shift and step. Last time, shift, step, and to the other side. The next one's beach ball. This is a little tricky if you've never done it before. Each time we step, we're going to extend our hands And when we come back, we're going to change our hands. So we'll walk through it slowly. Put your weight on your left foot. Step to the right. Right hand goes forward. Left hand goes back. When you come back, that right hand is now on the bottom. You're shifting your weight to the right foot, stepping to the left. So come back. Each time, change your hands, shift your weight, and then step to the opposite side. Changing my hands, shifting my weight, and stepping. One more time to each side. Shift, step, shift, and step. And let's come back to the letter U. So we go out and back, out and around. And one more time. Okay, next we're going to do shoulder push. So for that one, we're going to put our weight on our left foot. We're going to step to the right, and the right hand goes out further than the left. So we start like that, and then we shift back and forth. So it's a turn at the waist, one hand forward and then the other. And let's come back to open close. Shoulder push to the left, so weight's on the right foot, step to the left, left hand goes more forward, and then we twist at the waist. And let's come back. Open, close. Next one we'll do ball in the valley, so ball in the mountain. So we're going to stand nice and tall, like a tall, strong mountain. Weights on your left foot, step to the right, and gather energy at the top of the mountain and let that ball float down. And then again, gather that energy at the top of the mountain. Let's come back to calming the waters of the heart. And then ball in the mountain to the opposite side. Weights on your right foot, step to the left. Gather that energy at the top of the mountain. Let the ball float down. Rock back and forth, shifting your weight as you're gathering that energy. And we'll come back to calming the waters of the heart. Next, we'll do ball in the valley. So we have our fingertips up, weights on your left foot. You're stepping to the right and gathering that energy down in the valley, down at your knee, and it floats up. So gathering the energy, and float up. Come back to calming the waters of the heart. Fingertips are up, weights on your right foot. We're stepping to the left, gathering that energy down at your knee in the valley and letting it float up 3 times. And come back to open close. Next we'll do single whip. So we start with our fists, and I find this one a little challenging, so if you're new to it, we're going to step to the right, but we're looking to the left and our left hand goes back. So we'll demonstrate here. Weight goes on your right foot, so step, weight goes on your left foot, step to the right, right arm comes out, but we look back to the left. And then we come back and we alternate. Now your weight's on your right foot, step to the left, but look to the right. And come back. So each time we're shifting our weight, stepping, looking the opposite way. Shift your weight, step. One more time to each side. And let's do the letter U. Out and back. Our next one, our fingertips are up. Fair lady works the shuttle. So our weight's on our left foot. We're going to step to the right, and with your hands, it's kind of like you're saying stop. So step forward and stop. Rock back. Stop. Stop. Come back to open, close. Fingertips are up, weights on your right foot, step to the left, stop. And come back to open, close. Next, we're going to focus the bow. Your one hand is perpendicular to the floor, the other hand is pressing on it. Weights on your left foot, step to the right, push it and pull it back like a bow and arrow, and then push and pull. Push and pull. And let's come back to open, close. Other side, weights on your right foot, step to the left, push and pull. Push. Let's come back to calming the waters of the heart. And our fingertips are up. Our last movement is going to be brush knee. So we put all of our weight on our left foot. We're going to step to the right, take your left hand and brush your knee. We make a circle with our left hand. Come back to open, close. So we stand with our fingertips up, weights on your right foot, step to the left, and brush your knee. Right hand is brushing the knee. That can be confusing, but you're doing just fine. Open, close. And now we're going to cool down, so let's go ahead and paint the lights. Turning to the moon. One hand's on top, one hand's underneath. With this, you have a little bit of a wider stance and you're shifting your weight. As you shift your weight, turn your hands, shift your weight to the other side and turn. Turning to the moon. 3 times to each side. And we'll go into monkey bear, side to side. 3 times, and then we add our little turn. And we'll do our fist over, over. Let's do that one more time to each side. And our windmill. Paint the lights. And we'll finish with locust flowers. So we have our flower and we bring it up to the sun and down. Again, up to the sun and down. Open the petals and close, and then open the petals and extend gifts of kindness to everyone. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you so much for joining us for Tai Chi.